YouTube. Did I mute the other mic? Yeah, I did. Okay. How are you? So it's been a couple days since I've done a reading. I'm really finding myself having a rough time dialing in like a specific, consistent schedule. The energy is a bit more than I can usually handle in regards to holding it down. I've been all over the place and letting myself go with it instead of trying to fight it. And yeah, schedule's crazy. So there's that. Today I just wanted to draw some cards and grab a collective message. I was going to do each sign, but right as I clicked record, I started yawning. So case in point, I wasn't yawning, and then I clicked record. I don't like yawning in readings. So let's get started. As my guides, my galactic guardians, my angels, my archangels, my ascended masters, please help me to set my ego aside so that I can get the messages for the collective. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So today I'm just going to pull all of the cards and then give the collective message that way. So it might be kind of quiet for a few minutes. Unless she starts making noise. You gonna say hi to YouTube? Separate, okay. Getting some really beautiful energy in here, you guys. So there may be some people that are struggling with scarcity mindset. You pulled the koi fish card, and the message with that is there's always enough. Okay, I'll do this one next. And the other card you got was Lord Shiva, which was focusing on transcendence. So I feel like those who may be listening are resonating with or just now moving through scarcity mindset, transcending that part of self by coming into alignment, like mind, body, soul. And it says to rise up, honor your inner force. There are steps being given. They want you to dance with the universe. And yeah, there's like you may be feeling very like alone, like there's a sense of loss, like having an identity crisis, you know, recognizing that you don't fit in anywhere that you want to try, or you're trying to fit in every I'm seeing like books on a bookshelf, and every time you see a slot where you can like put yourself in the shelf, you don't quite fit. There's like a need to belong, and you're having uncertainty about like your place in the world. It's very kind of a sad card. Very feeling like between, you know, and then you got the between worlds card as well, which is like there's temporary blindness through the transition. You're like in no man's land, because you're not fully out of one situation and you're not fully in another. So like half of this card is black and half the card is white. And another thing I'm noticing is that there's a face on each of the cards like hidden. So it's almost like And each time they're like looking away, as if you're not addressing something. There's something that needs to be faced, and once you face it, you can work through it. You're seeking a feeling of community, like you want to know your place. My throat's kind of a little weird right now. So it's like you're having a hard time speaking your truth, or you're having a hard time finding this truth within yourself and speaking this truth to self. Like it's like there's subconscious parts of you that need to come to the forefront. And on a conscious level, you have no clue about it yet. You just really want to be seen and heard, like, and understood. You want to find like-minded connections, and that's what you're moving towards. But right now, you're literally feeling as if there's like, if this were the regular tarot, I feel like I would have pulled like the death card, because there's it's this feeling of just like absolute numbness. Like, what's the point? Like, not even aggression or anger, like a lack of faith. Um, you're going through this because there's DNA upgrades, and they're healing and literally rewrite, rewriting. Why couldn't I say that? Rewriting, and rewiring. Like it's rewrite. It's rewriting, but for whatever reason, every time I try to say it, it's trying to say rewiring. So it's like things are being rewired. I don't know why that was so hard. Like it was rewrite is the word, but the rewiring is what is being used. Like forcibly so, to the point of me just stuttering. So yeah, there are like scarcity mindset, and either you're choosing things and actions on a daily basis that are rewiring that part of yourself, or the upgrades that you're getting while you're in the astral sleeping are helping with that. And the true test of self love is how one handles the projections from another. So um, you could be seeing yourself as less than because others around you are projecting kind of a mirror of themselves, and you're mistaking it for their their perceptions of you. And this is just a reminder that no one does anything based on someone else. Um, they do it based on how they feel about themselves, and they may be treating others maybe less than because that particular individual might make them feel even less than they normally do, based just on their existence. That's why some people you can run into and you're like, I don't know why that guy just hated me for no reason. He just fucking hated me. I'm a Libra, but like on the cusp by like a day of Scorpio, and I have that energy. Or like people will meet me and they either love me or they hate me, and if they hate me, they really hate me, and they don't usually have much of a reason. If it's just a stranger, it used to upset me at the beginning of my life, but at 34 years old now, I would like to think that I have a handle on it, and it's okay. So if you're someone that's dealing with that, just understand that it has absolutely nothing to do with you. You just have to remove yourself from the situation completely, even if you're being attacked. Not sure who needs that. Okay. I already pulled this. Okay. Did I pull all of these already? I did. Weird. They didn't give me more cards than that. Interesting. Here I am thinking I have a lot of cards. Ah, this deck is brand new and kind of hard to shuffle. We'll do that. Okay. And this particular deck, the book has quite a long message, so I'm only going to pull one card. One card. One card. One card. Oh, you got the high heart chakra. Wow, that's really beautiful. Got some hummingbirds on there. Wow, it's a really pretty card. I can't reach the light to turn it down. Okay. High heart chakra. Alright, I might pull another card because this is short. It's usually like a 2-page reader. They really just want to give you guys a short reading tonight. That's weird. Alright, so this stands for divine love, selflessness, spiritual compassion, oneness through heart-centered bliss, healing, gratitude, giving love, dharma, patience, and joy. This card taps into the blissful oneness we feel as we drop away our edges and protective containers. This is the place where we feel held and seen enough to flow into oneness, where the eternal part of me meets the eternal part of you. This is the selfless state where our higher selves commune for illuminated perspective on how we share, gift, and lift others in our joyful overflow. So, they want you to consider your life purpose by exploring what allows you to give in joy. The theme that you want to focus on is the way that you can bring joy to yourself and others. And the healing position is just a little bit above the heart, behind the sternum. It's the thymus gland. And the color is iridescent pink. I am definitely going to pull another card for you guys because, like I said, that was a shorter message. I thought it was going to be really long. I thought it was like one card. Okay. Oh, this is really beautiful. This is really, really beautiful. So you got the evolution card. It's number 24. So 4 and 2 add up and it goes into 6. So 6 is the highlighted number here. That's a really beautiful card. It's got the DNA strand. Does it say something on there? Oh, wow. It's got light language written in the DNA. It's really cool. Okay. All right. So it's perfect for your reading. So this is the highlighting are the keywords. Yes, it would be like, yeah, it would be like the keywords. The keywords are growth, overcoming challenges, gracefully riding the waves of life, expanding out of a problem, flourishing in the face of change, thriving in new environments, being unperturbed. I think I want to use that as a hashtag instead of unbothered. I'm unperturbed. What does personal evolution mean to you? Is it about growth, expansion, adaptation, success, or becoming a better version of yourself? Perhaps it speaks to an ability to move through difficulties. However good we are at surfing the waves of life, we all face surging tides of challenging ups and downs at times. When we try to hide from our trials, they get even bigger or more excuse me, or more overwhelming. Like when I first started the reading, the throat chakra was a little blocked, and now I'm kind of tripping over words. So I'm kind of getting the feeling that as you gain momentum in this growth, you're going to be able to speak a little bit more clearly, and the verbal skills altogether will get better. Okay. Um, let's see. Perhaps it speaks to an ability to move through difficulties. However good we are at surfing the waves of life, we all face surging tides of challengings, ups and downs at times. When we try to hide from our trials, they get even bigger or more overwhelming. We can dive into them or surf them for growth or transformation. I'm a little uh, perturbed. We'll use that word. I am a speed reader and usually don't have this many issues. So I really feel like there's certain things that you're not addressing. And if you're tripping over your words and having a hard time finding the right words, there may be a necessity for you to sit down and look at yourself and address things within self that you may have been avoiding or denying. Side note. We can dive into them or surf them for growth and transformation. We might also flow with the current of least resistance, allowing the waves to wash over us and inspire a deeper sense of compassion and strength. How we meet our challenges contributes to our growth and evolution. We rarely know how many fails went into somebody's success. Do your best, be aware that success is rarely instant. It may take years of persistence. The idea that a project, quest, or realization should come together quickly and perfectly can freeze creativity. Life is about the process. Success is about perseverance. That is not to say we should keep pushing uphill if we are not feeling it. Obligation does not have the passion and determination to press through challenges. The notion that love will find a way is relevant as challenges are more likely to be surmounted when you have the spark of passion and enjoyment. I'm just going to go ahead and turn this other mic on in case my headphones die. You guys don't lose the sound. You probably have an echo now. Sorry. The notion that love will find a way is relevant as challenges are more likely to be surmounted when you have the spark of passion and enjoyment in your heart. So consider what drives your bigger picture plans and what inspired you to take this path to chase this dream. Success is linked to doing what you love. It takes time to get good at something. When you love what you are doing, you keep going through the failures and disappointments until you meet success. There are challenges we have no power or control over. In those circumstances, our evolution is more of an internal process. How can we strive to see the silver lining, find the gratitude, the learnings, and do what you feel you need to do to be real and honest with your feelings? Evolution or life mastery is attempting every wave of courage, grace, and poise. It is about meeting challenges, excuse me, learning to glide across the emotional charged waters of life and bringing joy, humor, and lightheartedness along as you weave your light in the world. Yeah, it's a time for you to speak up. It's like I'm really struggling to read, tripping over words. I don't have a problem reading. I'm a speed reader. Literally, I have a problem reading too fast. And I love reading, just cold reading out loud. It's like one of my favorite things to do. So the fact that I'm struggling lets me know that your throat chakra is being blocked, and it could be by your own subconscious actions. I think I can read now. I was like about to cough. So look for ways that you can flourish in the face of challenge. Tap into your original passion and remember why you chose the path that brought you to where you are now. Break a problem down to its elements and be creative in how you tackle them. Consider how you can make it more fun and inspiring. Alternatively, be present and ask how you can learn, grow, and become stronger through what is happening to you. Focus on the aspects of your situation that make it all worth it. Draw on the inner resources that can pull you through. You have the qualities you need to shine, so don't lose sight of the bigger picture. You may be pushed to greater and deeper learnings, And it might be an uncomfortable process, but the strength, growth, and wisdom that come from journeying through the eye of the storm and embodying this knowledge is something no teacher can show you. Wow, I struggled through reading that. I feel like this reading was way longer because I struggled through reading that. But the overall message to this entire reading is, even though you feel like you are literally in the middle of the ocean with no paddle, no food, nowhere to go, no compass, sit with yourself. There's a reason that you're being guided to that, where it is there is no other option but to sit with yourself. It's a really beautiful invitation, and if you let yourself take it and just look at yourself, look at whatever it is that you're trying not to see, you immediately then transmute it. That is the very simple definition of alchemizing yourself, is taking something that you would have seen as a negative and transmuting it into yourself, into something that is a part of you, that stays a part of you, that you can look at and say, yes, this is me. I personally had to admit that I abandoned my family 10 years ago. And my father was really sick with cancer. Even now, it's incredibly hard for me to say this, but I walked away from the love of my life and my son. And I used the guise of working, being away and working. I was working. I was really running away from the fact that my father was dying in front of me, and I couldn't handle it. It's only now, this many years later, after all the pain that I have personally caused others with my choices, with my running, my inability to address my pain, that I can talk to you, complete strangers, about it now, without wondering what they may think or what they may say. When we are dealing with the traumas of life, our grief is not black and white. So if you're currently dealing with something that seems insurmountable, just know that it's not going to stay like that. And there are times where people would say things like that where I was going through it, that it would just trigger me. So that's why I kind of slowed down. Like, I remember the things that were said to me when I was going through some of the hardest times of my life. And people thought they were helping. And in reality, they were just solidifying to me my loneliness, because it was so disconnected, even though it was something that was supposed to connect me to them. It was in a way that was so disconnected that I personally am still a loner by default, but it's more trauma based, and I'm actually working on getting out of that. So just understand that there are levels to life, and these cards, I feel your pain, and whatever you're going through, you're not alone. And I'm positive that there is probably at least one person that you can talk to. I would suggest that. As humans, we tend to stay alone through the hardest times of our life because we feel guilty about those hard times. In reality, that's when we need all the support. Take it from someone who did not learn that until very recently. It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to not be okay. It's okay to not want to look at yourself. But when you're here, like she's on an island alone, and you're here, and you don't know where you belong, that's the safest time to finally look at yourself. So I hope that you'll take this time of shifting, not just of yourself, because you're transcending a lot, but I hope that you recognize it for what it is, and it's growing pains, and you're going to come out the other side so much better. I have faith in you. Alright. We'll leave you guys at that. And I personally just discovered that I was misdiagnosed when I was in high school with bipolar disorder. I had explosive blowouts. It wasn't funny at the time. I giggle now just because it's like, whoa, I was so out of control. But I'm actually ADHD, and so like consistency with things is extra. it's extra hard, and I'm struggling with that, with the energy. So one of the things that I'm working towards with myself and looking at myself is just trying to get on here daily, because I just get distracted. If anyone's ADHD, you understand. It's like, I don't know if things would have been better had I been diagnosed and put on medication, because then I think I would be struggling with like having that as a consistent thing for me, because I'm vegan and relatively natural, beyond the coffee and the weed that I smoke. But I don't know if I would have been able to experience life in the way that I have if I had been diagnosed at a younger age. So I'm a little grateful that I was able to find out as an adult, although I am completely left to my own devices like 24/7. It's just the most terrifying thing. So yeah, now that I'm rambling with you guys, I am going to do my best to be here as much as possible. I miss reading, and I went through a long year of trauma, and these just died on me. That trauma kind of compiles into a need to heal, and I just didn't feel comfortable picking up the cards for other people when I was in that state. So now that I'm like back to normal, it's just kind of like throwing the rope on myself and sitting down. So I hope you enjoy this reading, and hopefully I will see more of you. Etherically, digitally, online, what is that? Whatever. I'm out. See you guys later.